Early pickups on D to help them get into the offense as we are ready for the tip-off. Presented by Richard Harris Law Firm, and it goes to the Aces. This Connecticut team, much improved. They did not have Marina Mabry in their last two meetings, but they have her back now. This is her 8th game back as Asia Wilson cleans it up inside. First points to the Aces.
And I love that drawn-up play. A little backdoor action for Asia Wilson. Misses, but gets her own rebound. She has been crashing the rebounds lately.
Offensive rebounding has really been a focus for this team. They struggled earlier in the year as that one did everything but drop for Mabry. Coming off of a 5 3-point game in their game at Los Angeles. They gave the Sparks a run for their money a couple nights ago.
It was one of the best games of the entire season by the Connecticut Sun. And since you mentioned Mabry's threes there, they had their best output, their season highs on three-pointers made, offensive rebound points in the first half and second chance points. So they're
head coach for them as Smith got fouled on the interior. Foul was called on Morrow. Anisha Morrow, one of the 5 rookies on this Connecticut team. Talk about a rebuild and changed look. Morrow gets a start, as well as Layla Lacan, the rookie, just in her 4th start of the season, as Bria Hartley's going to bring it up. Her numbers have also been very good as of late, and there's a takeaway by Smith. Out of Morrow's hands. You talked about pace and the Aces really trying to push, but that's good defense by Connecticut to get back.
Well, and you know, this is how the Aces want to play, is out in transition, playing with fast break basketball. In their last 5 wins, they're averaging 93 points a game, so they like to fill it up, but it all starts on the defensive end.
Trying to get it into Asia Wilson, and instead, topside D by Charles and Lacan with the quickness and the layup.
You got to keep your eyes on Lacan at all times. She is just so crafty with the basketball. She gets into the paint so easily for the Sun.
Aces want to push pace, but you got to do it under control. That time the pass off the mark, second turnover of the game. Heard them in the second half on Friday against Seattle. High turnovers, and Seattle got a lot of points off of them. Morrow, baseline, just short. Smith was right out on her, and then Morrow knocks her to the floor.
There's been a couple of checks back and forth between Morrow and Smith out here. Ooh, what a pass.
Wilson baseline fader, pretty. Tina Charles doing all she could. Help D was coming over as well, but Asia Wilson, another bucket for her.
That pass was elite, and then Asia's little fadeaway J.
Hartley saw the D leaving her. Asia there just in the nick of time to maybe get a piece of that from behind. Oh, and then the trail down the lane, give the assist to J.O.
Aces are just able to pick apart right now the Suns' defense. The Sun are last in the WNBA in defense. They're usually just a step behind, and you can see that fast ball movement. That's why they're able to score.
Yeah, Sun giving up 87 points a game. They're averaging 75 a game. As Charles' shot just a little bit flat. And I mentioned, though, this team may only have 5 wins, but they have beaten Indiana at Indiana, Atlanta, Seattle, Golden State, and New York. That's something Coach Becky Hammond said. We haven't done that yet. We got to knock off New York. I mean, they may only have 5, but they have 5 good ones.
Yeah, and this team has just been playing so much better together, building chemistry, even with this young roster. A lot about what the Sun can do. You mentioned Golden State, New York, Liberty, huge wins.
No starters back from a season ago.
Said how they're always finding each other on the court. So it was that play, or there's a couple already before it, early in this first quarter.
Pass into Morrow, and she's able to get the bucket to go.
Good pick and roll action by the Sun. They're very good at that. Sometimes they roll, sometimes they pop for those threes.
Asia thought about the 3, had one in the win on Friday against Seattle. Jackie from up top sticks it.
She's just so skilled coming off of the screen. She waits, she reads the defense, is able to manipulate space and see if she needs to pull up for that jumper. That one she was able out of the lane for that J.
Connecticut's had a variety of different starting lineups as Morrow with Asia Wilson on her left side gets that bucket to go. Now Smith 1v1 at Morrow. Beautiful, just soft touch with the one hand.
She just seems like she's getting more and more comfortable in this Aces uniform, whether she is playing that high-low with Asia Wilson, where she can put her back to her basket, or in that dunker position. She's hit some nice middies lately.
Morrow, high archer, off the mark, the rebound down to Bell. Almost a takeaway from LeCon. Oh, and Jackie Young before the defense gets set. Jackie taking advantage. She's got 5 points. She's perfect. 2 for 2 shooting, 1 for 1 behind the arc, and a timeout called by Connecticut as the Aces now. And they were able to get it back. This is her 8th game back, and she's a difference maker for them.
Yeah, she's one of the best, shooters in the WNBA. Even Coach Becky Hammond said she's one of my favorite players. So good to have them back. And also, LeCon showing her range as the rookie.
Yeah, first 3 for the game for Connecticut. They were 0 for 2 prior. LeCon gets the start, her 4th of the season, the rookie from France, as Jackie Young has had a hot hand to start this. She's got 7 points. She's leading everybody so far.
She's just been so important to the Aces, how she's been able to play and kind of orchestrate the offense for Las Vegas.
Yeah, she's had the ball in her hands a lot more, running the point, puts Chelsea in a different position as well. Skip across, Bria Hartley gets it. She can get a hot hand as well. Bria Hartley in her 10th season, shooting 37% behind the arc. Her numbers have really been going up.
She has. In the first 20 games, she was shooting about 33% from behind the arc. In the last 9, 44% from behind the arc. And coming off of the Sparks game, where she was 4 for 8, just really finding her rhythm, Krista.
Mabry in the paint gets the shooter's touch. Her first points of the game, and Becky Hammond not liking what she saw coming out of that timeout. She talked about her team after the game against Seattle Friday, how they were in such control the first half. Second half wasn't the same, and she said, so checked in for the Aces.
There's that screen, Young and Wilson.
And there you go.
And that's just too,
that's
too easy. I was going to say it's too easy for these 2 All-Stars, and that's something Coach Mezian has said throughout the season that they are struggling at, is guarding that pick and roll. And 2 of them that can't do it any better is Young and Wilson.
Active hands by Wilson. She tipped it up, and then Jackie able to get it back to her. And Jackie saying, let's push it. Quick shot.
Nice rebound.
Oh, yeah, good read. As a shooter when the shot's not going, and Jackie followed her shot right there. Oh, and 1. Jewel Lloyd gets the bucket and a chance at the free throw line. Good movement by Lloyd. She's so good at that without the ball.
Moving without the ball, she spots up so well from behind the 3. And then, of course, she can break it down one-on-one.
Mabry into the paint, takes her time, good patience. Rena Mabry with another bucket. Sanaya Rivers has checked in, 22 in orange for Connecticut. The rookie out of NC State, and she is special, especially on the defensive end. They're going to catch her with the personal on this, as she just checked in. Picked number 8 to Connecticut this year. She had 22 starts earlier on the season as well, now coming off the bench.
Yeah, she's just so athletic. And what in the WNBA happens a lot is just like with Jewel Lloyd coming off the bench, you want to have that spark at the end of the first quarter. She's somebody that can bring that as one of the best defenders in all of the W.
Olivia Nelson-Adota also in, way behind the arc, around and no good for Mabry. Nelson-Adota has 20 starts, but now coming off the bench as well, 10 in orange up top. Hartley hits the floor, no whistle. Jackie with an answer.
Jackie Young is on a heater out here. No one can stop her.
12 points, 5 of 6 shooting for Jackie. 2.5 minutes left, first quarter. It's been fairly fast-paced. Jefferson with the switch and the help as Hartley trying to find some help inside, and does. Morrow shot just short. There's Nelson-Adota with that length, another chance. Rivers on the trail, gets it. She can step up, she can go inside or out.
Big offensive rebound for Connecticut. That's one of the areas that they've been continuing to improve on, and that leads to the extra shot by Rivers.
That shot off the mark. Rebound down to Connecticut, 2 minutes left, first quarter. Hardly loses one defender and then hits the bucket. So back-to-back big plays for the Sun.
That was so impressive, behind the back and be able to pull up on a dime like that. Hartley's just really finding her groove in this season.
Sun back within 2, and now the high screen by Asia Wilson. They'll say offensive foul.
I guess it worked out pretty well for her.
It's worked out pretty well, yep. She has really gotten going. Aaliyah Edwards has checked in as well. Her first minutes for the Connecticut Sun. A new addition as part of a trade from Washington. As Mabry up top. So threes starting to drop now for Connecticut. 5 of 8 behind the arc.
That was just a defensive breakdown and miscommunication. You cannot lose sight of Mabry behind the arc.
9-0 run gives Connecticut their first lead of the game, but it's short-lived as Chelsea Gray gets into the action. Her first points of the game. Under a minute left, first quarter. Balanced scoring by Connecticut. Mabry, the crowd is rolling loud. The and one has got to start. Had the hand up, but got her with the body. And a chance to extend the lead.
And Mabry's such a smart player.
She's such a versatile player. She's in double figures. She has 10.
Dripping like this fire, push the limit, climb up higher.
Excellent flash to the ball by Smith. One of the things that she has improved on game after game here in the ACC performance, she is moving into space, and it has created opportunities for herself. And also we saw that in the third of the lane.
We fight together, we're not alone.
So those are the things that energize the team.
Game on, how's it so?
That keeps the offense moving out of fast
Victory's calling, it's in our bones. It's in our bones.
Smith very good at it, as well as Lloyd. The mark for Melissa Smith in the fourth season in the WNBA. Trade this year to the Aces from Dallas, but
push the
been with
limit,
Indiana
climb
prior
up
to that as the
higher.
number 2 pick
Every
overall
step
in the
builds our
2022 season.
empire.
Coming off her
We
31st
charge,
career
we chase,
double-double.
we're here to claim. We're the thunder, we're the flame.
Also got a 1,000th career rebound.
Game on, let's take it home. We fight together, we're not alone. Game on, how's it so?
She's like, wiped her forehead. Oh my God.
Victory's calling, it's in our bones.
Mabry shoots every time she has the ball. Got to put her number.
13 points, banks it in. Second differential, shot clock, game clock. First quarter winding down, but the Sun on a 15-3 run. Evans with much length on her. Shot clock down to 3. Gustafson got to recognize she does. Gets the shot off, and off the mark it goes. And so it'll go to Connecticut with 0.6 left on the clock. So big run by the Sun. Well, they add some 1.9 on the clock, so maybe a chance for Connecticut here.
Yeah, you definitely can get a couple of dribbles and at least a half-court shot, which they practice every single time in shoot-around, so you want to pick up. Gotta let them get a clean look, especially the way they're shooting out here.
Yeah, largest lead so far for the Sun. This big run, they've done it inside and out, but 6 made threes this quarter. And blood on the knee of Marina Mabry, so they make her come off. McCann back in. Hartley will have the inbound. McCann. I mean, that had something behind it right there. That's some strength. Fairly young group.
And she continues to improve her game. You know, she can even shoot the three. She's hit 3 of them in the last 3 games. And just as a leader, everything. I mean, she's really been doing it all for the Sun.
And she understands the importance of having Marina Mabry back, as a whistle and a foul to start this second quarter goes against Melissa Smith, her second. An area that was causing Smith problems was foul trouble earlier. Becky Hammond said that's something that she's gotten better at. They've really been working on her moving her feet defensively, but that time getting caught down low.
The physicality down low, and now the Sun, they're just reading so well the mid-range game. Their offense is moving. That's something the Aces are going to have to improve, those pickup points and communication on switches.
They're shooting 63% from the floor. The Aces almost 65%. And there's a much-needed 3-ball for Las Vegas, the third of the game for them. But 6 made threes by Connecticut in the first quarter is what helped them get their lead.
They're picking up where they left off in that Sparks game. And Layla Lacan, you have got to stop her. She is just so smooth and easy at manipulating the ball and getting to the rim.
Leah Nyes checked in for the Aces. Lacan is she's slithered right around.
Exactly, that's great work.
So quick. Jewel Lloyd fades it back, off the mark. Love the game of Layla Lacan, the 5'11" guard from France, a rookie, and the number 10 pick. As Edwards lost her footing inside, the help D coming over, and now a jump ball. Nye and Gray all over Leah Edwards. 21 games with Washington, part of a trade on August 7th to Connecticut. Get it up high, she had a mismatch and takes advantage. That's the perfect pass.
What is working so well for the Sun is how they are executing their pick and roll. They're finding mismatches, they're reading the spacing if there's drop coverage, and it's leading to good looks.
The pick and roll game has caused some problems for the Aces this year as Chelsea Gray gets the shot off that rebound. Wilson gives the Aces another chance.
There you go.
Gets it right back. Spark, just her 13th game with Connecticut after being overseas. They're glad to have her back. We'll take the second quarter. Connecticut also forcing 6 turnovers, getting 9 points off of them. And now Lacan has to take a seat momentarily. Mabry's checked back in. Bell back on for the Aces. Tried to drop it down to A'ja Wilson instead. Turnover number 7 for Las Vegas. Chelsea Gray, rest of D with the takeaway.
Good pickup there by Gray. That transition defense is going to be a bucket for Edwards if she can get that steal.
Right, needed that. Kick out to Nye. Doesn't get it.
And right here, this is where the Sun have been picking apart the Aces in the transition.
That's just too good of a look right there.
It's too easy for Mabry.
Mabry can shoot it from pretty much anywhere she wants to beyond the arc. As the Aces try to push it up, Gray just missing.
And in this secondary transition, this is where the Aces have to communicate on pickup. Who is where and who are they guarding? They're getting deep positioning and just a step ahead. And look at that, even Tina Charles, she can hoot that every single time with the little turnaround fadeaway that she has.
Sure can. 4 points for Tina Charles, but you just said it. Rivers ran all the way up beyond the three-point arc. No pickup, and that's been an area of focus for the Aces.
And pickup also means physicality, right? Like running them off of the line, but a much-needed bucket for the Aces.
A'ja Wilson adds to her totals now in double figures with 11. She and Jackie in double figures. J.O. with 12.
You're seeing Chelsea Gray try to orchestrate the defense here.
A finger roll for Charles, just short. And a rebound down to Asia, her 5th of the game with 5 minutes left, first half. Jackie double teamed and the ball squeaks between multiple players. Asia up top, had a good look, but doesn't get it.
Well, that's her spot from that three-point line right in the middle of the lane.
Asia in her 12th game back since going out with that wrist injury as Rivers tries to get that one on the interior and the help D coming over. Nice job by the Aces to cut the pass off. Out to Bell, right side, gets it. Big bucket and a good look to find her. Bell was ready to go on that one. Her first points of the game, and Connecticut wants the timeout. Let's take it as well. The Sun with the, that's a lot of fun. And this one right now, Connecticut has taken control of it. Chelsea Gray almost a steal. Charles thought she got fouled and misses the bucket. Aces could use a run right now, no doubt. Just 4 minutes left here in this first half.
Chelsea's trying to do all that she can on the defensive end. Get some stops down there. Tough turnover for the Aces on the baseline.
And Young was double teamed, tried to skip it across, and the defense was right where they needed to be. Rivers with the steal.
This mismatch here for the Sun.
Double team on Charles. Skips it all the way out to Mabry. She's been so good. That one just short, and a nice box out by the Aces. Nye, the rebound, and she'll bring it up. Defense gets back, though, for Connecticut.
Extra pass,
yep. Jackie, shot no good. Nye, weak side board, and passes it out, but right to Rivers. Pulls up on the left side, and the ball knocked out of play. It'll go the other way. Turnovers have been a problem, and the Aces now with 9 of them, giving up 9 points off of them.
Well, and Nye right there made a couple of hustle plays. The defensive rebound, the offensive rebound right there. And as a rookie, just got to take your time a little bit more. Play with that confidence that we've seen her have in games and know that she's under the basket. She can make something happen right there. Nice DHO for Jackie.
Well, the help defense has been really solid by Connecticut, though, as Nye's shot gets swatted out of play by Rivers. One of 5 rookies. Rivers has been really impressive this year. The 6'1" guard out of NC State.
I mean, we said she's one of the best.
She wants to be remembered as a two-way player and also as a player that has overcome a ton of adversity. Adversity is something that she's very familiar with. She lost her mother, and she said that's what she comes out and she plays for every single day, knowing that her mother has the best seat in the house. But she also stressed the importance of making sure that she's having fun and enjoying the game. So you saw a little razzle-dazzle after the block. That's the joy she's bringing to the game that she loves.
Yeah, I love that marquee. Sanaya losing her mother, Dee, just weeks after the WNBA draft, and so she was out for a little bit. Certainly not easy for such a young athlete to lose her mother so early in life, and so was such a big fan of hers also, and really was behind her in her basketball.
And to be able to, you know, continue to play this season and still play with such heart. I mean, her entire family comes from a family of basketball players, her mom as well, and she talked about that quite often.
Physical. It's a foul on her instead, and so back to the Aces.
A little isolation for Jackie and Asia.
From behind. That's Touré who's checked in. Another new addition, an undrafted rookie from France. 28 in orange. 7-0 Aces run, and a much needed run. We were talking about that earlier. They needed to counter the run that Connecticut had gone on if they were going to get back in this.
She needed there being a little bit more physical on the defensive end. Let's get this started for them.
And a travel call. I think Mabry was thinking about a Euro step and then decided to kick it out and took too many.
And Jackie's just staying right on her there, so even just a little bit of that physicality.
That's Jackie Young with the hot hand. She's our Westgate hot hand. Sponsored by Westgate of Las Vegas. She's really gotten out to an impressive start. 14.6 of 8 shooting.
Even right there, reading the defense off the pick and roll.
Aces working all the way around, and Jewel Lloyd in the left corner. That is her favorite spot.
Yes. The corner pocket. She just finds herself behind the defense, and her teammates know where to get her.
And a 10-0 run for Las Vegas. Almost a steal as Lloyd was trying to work her way over the screen, and they're going to call it on Jewel Lloyd instead. Fourth team foul.
And here's things about her since she has moved to the bench. She's actually upped her three-point makes. She's averaging 3.3 3-points made since she's moved to the bench.
Yeah, that's really just a selfless play by Jewel to say, let's try it. Let's try to do something different. And it's worked out really for everyone.
She's been able to play more free, and obviously it's working offensively for her to be able to find her shots.
Missed shot by Tina Charles at the other end, but then a miscue on the pass out. And that is the 10th turnover by the Aces this half. And Asia Wilson says, my bad.
Yeah, that was a lot of body movement, and then no one was in the right spot for the Aces. Both of them cut to the basket.
But down by 10 earlier, down by 12 rather, and they've cut it to just 2 with a minute 20 left as Mabry's trying to use the Tina Charles screen. And I love the effort by the Aces, though. They're not going to give her another easy look out there.
Yeah, no more going under on Mabry.
Oh, beautiful lefty drive by Hartley, but not able to finish. And now Las Vegas outrunning. Lloyd, oh, big scoop, but couldn't get the angle. That was a nice job by Peters to get back defensively.
Now another transition for the Sun.
Peters, boy, she had a good look. She was squared up, but just short. That's a break for the Aces.
Jewel had flown out of bounds, but a little bit of secondary offense here for the Aces.
Wilson in the high post. Hartley tried to help, and she's going to get called for the reach-in. And the 5th team foul will put Asia to the free throw line. Foul on Hartley, her first. Asia with 11 points. She has now been back 12 games since the wrist injury, and she has been in double-figure scoring every single game, all 12 of them.
She's just really been able to do it all, whether it's going one-on-one. Any team that's tried to play her one-on-one, it's not worked out well for them. With Edwards being in the game, was he going to move Morrow more to the 3 position? Because usually she's been playing the 4 with Charles and Nelson Adota. So they're still working out a lot of great things. And Emma Khan coming back in. This is her 13th game in a Sun uniform.
Free throws for Asia, good, and that ties this up as this first half is winding down.
They even have Morrow right now playing almost that 5 position with 5 out guards.
12-0 run, and now the interception by Jackie Young read it the entire way as the Sun had not scored in almost 6 minutes. Second differential, shot clock, game clock, first half winding down. Jackie with the ball in her hands. She's got 3 assists and just passed Kelsey Plum for 3rd all time. Jackie between the legs, couple times. Oh! Team with 13 points. All of those came to her in the first quarter, as well as Lacan with 11 points. And Mabry's drawn so much attention after connecting on the 3-pointers and having 13 in that 1 quarter. Morrow, speaking of 3s, starts this one as well. She got the start in the ball game, and the rookie gets a big 3 ball.
She wants to be known as somebody who can play any position. She said somebody who she mirrors her game after is Alyssa Thomas, how she can play all 5 positions. And look at her here on defense, going on the 2-on-1.
Yep, she's not just an offensive threat. She's a big defensive player, as Bria Hartley had the layup on the left side and not able to finish that as a break for the Aces. And now Las Vegas with numbers if they can take advantage. And Smith didn't realize Hartley running back in, knocked it off her shoulder. Another break and opportunity for the Aces.
That was a lucky break. I mean, the Aces had numbers on that. Now get a little side out of bounds.
3-point lead for Connecticut. Bell, no hesitation, legs under her, but off the back of the iron.
This is where the defense has to pick up for the Aces in transition.
Morrow. One side, not the other. Morrow trying to stay with Smith. She's going to get an and 1. Melissa Smith is so good at protecting the ball. She can pretty much just palm it and shoot it with one hand.
And where that all started from was the positioning. Look at how deep she got in this positioning. Because that's just one dribble, a little turn, and Morrow gets her on the left hand. And
it's definitely been a problem for Smith coming into the game, shooting 55% from the stripe. Gonna have to try to work on that number.
I like what you're seeing from the Aces. Jackie Young, anytime the ball is inbounded, she is getting Mabry's number, but they're also switching anytime with these screens.
Charles and Smith inside. Mabry able to get it to her, and wow, calm, cool, collected the vet. Charles adds to her totals now with 6 points.
It's hard to even collect that pass right there as her and Smith were mixing it up, but you see her touch. Charles so tough inside.
Boy, both teams really body checks and contact being made. Bell, right corner. Weak side board off the hands of Morrow. It'll stay with the Aces. That's thanks in part to Asia's effort there as well.
Yeah, sometimes you almost don't get the offensive rebound, but staying with it, you never know who's going to tip it out or what's going to happen with the ball. This is an extra possession just because of that hustle play.
Yeah, her body there and that just her presence.
Yes, yeah.
And then it leads to a score, so the extra chance. Back to Asia.
And over the last 6 games, which we're talking about offensive rebounds for the Aces, they're actually leading the WNBA with 11 averages, so getting there has helped them out quite a bit.
And Mabry barely lost Jackie Young.
Yes.
And didn't wait 1 second to pull the trigger, but off the mark.
More high-low.
Smith, Morrow knocks it out of her hands. Bell gets a handoff. And they're going to call a foul on the Khan. She was trying to fight through the screen. Layla Khan, her first. Excuse me. It's actually her 3rd personal. They ran right into Asia. I don't think Asia was doing anything extra curricular-wise. And Chelsea Gray and Tina Charles having a conversation.
They're definitely talking it out.
And Gray with her explanation. I think Charles thought Chelsea had a high elbow. Gray thought the same. The foul goes against Charles. Her 2nd and the team's 3rd. Let's check out the elbows here. The officials, Michael Price, Fatu Sissoko Stevens, Kelly Broomfield, they will take a look at it. And Coach Mezion not happy about it. So the officials will take a look. 7:18 left in the 3rd quarter. Free throw's good for Chelsea Gray. And the ball to the Aces. Lead back to Las Vegas. Smith working with Charles and then trying to get out of the way, but Asia went right at her direction.
Charles got a little piece of that shot. Aces are sticking into their man-to-man defense.
Morrow on the left side, that one won't go. Morrow, 7 points. Connected on a 3 earlier. Wilson, hesitation on the handoff. Give her the and 1. That was a nice little fake by Asia. You thought maybe she was going to hand it off. Instead, her hesitation, she kept going.
Hey, in the speech.
And she also gets the 3rd personal called on Tina Charles. And the 3-point play is good. Asia Wilson with the double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds, her 113th of her career. And how about a 21-5 run going back to the first half for the Aces?
You can tell, because even right there with Jackie Younger, just watching her on defense, she is getting so low into a position, trying to cause disruption into the Sun offense.
This Sun team, you know, nothing to lose. They have a lot of pride. They're a young group that's come together. They've gotten their veterans back. Mabry just missing there, gotten healthier and starting to get the system for Coach Mezion a little bit more. As that one won't go for Jackie. The rebound to Asia. Kick all the way across. Smith will try the 3, right side, no good. And Charles gets the rebound.
She's hit one of those before, but not sure that was the shot that they wanted right now at this time.
Yeah, she's connected on a couple of them since making her way here. Nelson Adota in the high post. Gets that one to go.
Adota on the mismatch inside.
4 points for her.
So it's when the offense, you want to have it pop it back and forth, make quick decisions on those passes or shots.
Asia off on that one. Mabry by herself, ready to spot up. Oh, and she's frustrated that one didn't go. Back and forth between the rim and would not drop. As Hartley with a touch foul up top, out picking up Chelsea Gray up high. So bonus the rest of the way for the Aces with 5:23. That was the first free throw, no good for Gray. Lacan will give Mabry a rest. Mabry still 13 points, just 2 of 9. That last one just wouldn't drop for her. Had a good look though.
Yeah, it even looked good from where we're sitting. That's just too open for her.
Well, and she's been rushing her shot a little bit more because the defense has really clamped down on her after her 13 points in the first quarter. So Gray will get another one. She's got 7 points. Misses them both. Rarely for the 89% free thrower.
Not like her.
Lacan raises the iron all around and won't go. And Nelson Adoda won't give up on the play, but gets whistled for the personal, and more free throws for the Aces. That's her second.
This is where the Aces can take such a big advantage in this game, is using the fouls and getting to the free throw line. They can start creeping up on this lead, free throw after free throw.
I mean, 64% free throw shooting coming into the game as a team shooting 82%. So they haven't taken advantage of them as much as they could have this game so far. Lloyd gets both of hers though. Trying to improve that number.
Anytime there's a bonus, so try to get it in. Dana Evans, here she is.
And she gets whistled. Hardly frustrated. She was frustrated with the foul call against her prior. And now finally this one goes her way.
Yep. Dana wants to pick up, and they want to talk about physicality right there. I believe that's...
You can say on the air. Right?
Yes, okay, there you go. That's exactly it.
Oh, Nelson Adoda cleans up her own miss and gets the put back. Sun back within 2.
Rivers always is trying to get that steal.
She's so good defensively. Evans in the corner, brings it back out. Asking for the screen from Asia. And gets it, pick and roll. And Asia pops that shot up, and now she'll clean hers up. Kind of an awkward shot, the first one. She knew she had to take it, though. She had already gone up. But Lacan pushing pace. As Jewel Lloyd bats that ball over to Smith.
You got to credit Connecticut on that last possession. Their defense is causing the Aces to use the entire shot clock. Not that time, not with Dana Evans in the ball in her hands.
So quick, lost the D, the help wasn't there. First points of the game for Evans. Love the quickness of Dana. Kick out to Hartley, right in the gap, nobody there, and she adds to her numbers.
And that was all due to Lacan's drive. Takes her 1 or 2 dribbles, so smooth with it. Defense collapses, she's able to kick to Hartley.
Hartley 3 for 3 behind the arc, and now Wilson pushes Lacan. And Wilson saying, she was holding my body, having a conversation. Let's bring Marky Freeman back in. Marky, what do you have for us?
Krista, both teams have an advantage. They have devices where they can see the call, they can review it right before they choose to challenge it. So the Aces were very confident in challenging that. But in that timeout, though the call was not in their favor, they said, hey, we got to stay aggressive. They're starting something with their physicality. Let's finish it.
Yeah. I like that, Marky, and I completely agree, Ann. I think that's been something that, you know, these several games where the Aces haven't kept the pedal down and kept pushing when they've been ahead of teams. And Connecticut is not going to let down. You got to give them so much credit. They are a team that does not quit.
They've been in a lot of games out here. And look at, even like cross-court pass. But yeah, the Sun are playing better together, and they want to show that. And they have been. They've been playing these 40 minutes. It's a couple of big wins.
And that was a shot that falls for LeCon in the earlier part of the game. And Dana Evans gets one to drop there. Her three ball is good. Evans, her first attempt, and make behind the arc.
A huge shot. Nice skip pass to Dana, wide open.
Jewel Lloyd trying to stick with Layla LeCon. And LeCon, penetration in, tried to kick it back out to Hartley. Not where she needed her to be.
Well, LeCon is going to be special for Connecticut anytime she has the ball getting in the lane. I think the aces for defense have to come out with a harder hedge because she is turning the corner and either finishing or kicking it out for a three.
So 6 turns for Connecticut. 7 turnovers, rather. They've given up 9 points off of them.
Nice read.
An and one opportunity as Jackie driving down the lane was looking one direction, and instead of dishing it off, takes it up herself. And the body bump at the end, she'll go to the line.
A little isolation play. How many times have we seen this between Asia Wilson and enough credit for how many screens she sets out here in the Aces offense and how many times they lead to open points.
2 minutes left, third quarter, and Jackie with the three-point play. She has 17 points. Her first free throw attempts on the game, and now they're going to call a moving screen on Nelson Adota. So the foul at the other end also. There wasn't a lot of contact on that foul, I will say, in Nelson Adota's case, but nonetheless.
That is coming up here at the end of the quarter.
So they actually called it on Bria Hartley with the push-off, so that's a plus for Nelson Adota, not picking up her fourth. Hartley with 3, though.
Still, these screens are tough out here. I don't want to run into them.
That's right. Aces with their largest lead of the game by 9.
DHO, same play, running it back.
Help D coming over, almost a takeaway by Hartley, and now Jewel Lloyd and Edwards getting tied up down low. Minute 39 remaining.
And you're seeing it, they talk about body movement a lot with the Aces offense, and that was what Jewel Lloyd
With her slow her down, well, she definitely did, and just a little too much, though. First personal on Edwards, and the free throw good for Lloyd. 9 points for Jewel, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and into the game for the first time, Lindsay Allen, eighth-year player.
And just like that play, coaches want that body movement to create so much more action in the offense because it causes the defense to move, and that's how you get Aaliyah Edwards trying to push her off the line.
Jewel with double figures now with 10. Mabry with the ball. All of her points coming in the first quarter. She has not scored since. Gustafson back on. The kick out to Edwards. Squares it up around and no good.
Defense was in rotation and helped anytime that ball got in the paint there. Woo, the pass!
Back cut, and Lloyd tried to make one more, but really good defensive rotation by Connecticut. Whistle and a foul going to go against. Second personal on Gustafson. Rivers, she's got a really nice mid-range jumper. She's got some range as well.
Midi game off the dribble at 12 to 15-foot range is her shot.
Really like what I've seen from her growth in this first year as Jackie Young tries to lose multiple defenders and gets the shot to go.
And right there, that's called reading the defense and being patient off the dribble, not just always going one speed, but switching up your speed.
Yeah, good point. The patience was the difference in not forcing it or trying to dish it off, as that shot won't go for Mabry.
That's one-on-one, Asia Wilson.
Too much, just at the free throw line. Mabry 2 of 10 behind the arc. She was really hot in the first quarter, and then the defense kicked it up every time she's even in the vicinity.
Yes. They're at least even flying at her, which is rushing her shots.
Just a little over a second differential. Shot clock, game clock. It's down to 1. Mabry gets the shot off. Again, no range. She can shoot it from anywhere, and she needed that one. Jackie's shot won't go, and that will do it. Much Jackie having quite 3 quarters here in Vegas. It's been really impressive as Asia gets the start this fourth quarter and loses her footing, falls to the floor, and now Connecticut tries to push. Lloyd almost got the steal. And Connecticut had numbers and they took advantage.
Once in a while, you let those go when you're trying to make that steal like Jewel Lloyd did, but Rivers with a great read, 3-on-2.
Gustafson and Evans as well as Lloyd will start this quarter. Ace is doing an exceptional job on the offensive glass. And they've gotten a lot of points off of it as Gustafson, left corner, high archer, much needed bucket from Megan. She had not even taken a shot yet in the game.
Huge three, well that's what she can do. Spots up in the corner pocket. Now the Aces are on a 40-19 run since Connecticut took that 12-point lead.
Oh, and there's
now she took a charge.
Yeah, she sure did. First, Gustafson taking a lot of contact as Mabry comes out at Asia Wilson on the shot. Long rebound, another chance. Lloyd, left side, no good. Long rebound as Gustafson knocks it off the hand of Nelson Adoda. So heady play by Gustafson.
She's been doing that a lot the last couple of games, really just mixing it up, whether it's getting a tip out or trying to continue to play on the offensive rebounds.
Hustle plays, we were talking about that in the open, and the hustle plays have really upped. The effort has upped, and that's the way it's got to be. I mean, Asia's talked about, you know, playoff mindset the rest of the way.
Absolutely, that's what it's got to be, because now, you know, they're trying to make sure they're in the playoffs and then worry about seeding, but it's 40 minutes at a time. You can't look past anybody.
This is a team that could push and possibly be a host if they could keep going. And it's not going to be easy. They've got some competition coming up that's right there with them. Oh, help D again. There's Rivers. Rivers just scored the last bucket, trying for back-to-back. Layup good. How about an and one as Ray was late getting there.
Just two high basketball IQ plays by Rivers. First on the rotation of the defense, able to read where Dana Evans was going with that ball. So she gets the steal first. And
a three as well, 11 points, 4 assists as well for Rivers, and 3 steals. I mean, that's a great line for the rookie. Here was the draft. We talked about her being drafted to Connecticut and her mother, Dee. Lloyd loses her footing, being hounded. Boy, the defensive intensity is really picked up by Connecticut, but somehow Asia Wilson just keeps weaving down until she gets the layup.
Broken play right there, but Lindsay Allen is off on the Jets, trying to push it up for the Sun.
Dana Evans and Mabry, and they're going to say nope before anything else happened.
And Jewel almost loses possession.
Assist, a couple of steals. Edwards head down. Gustafson stayed right with her. And the last second, Edwards on the opposite side. That's pretty good D most of the way. Edwards gets the bucket. First points as a Connecticut Sun member for Edwards. Shot just short, the rebound batted out. Evans steps up.
Whoa.
Collected. 8th three of the game for the Aces, and Evans off the bench with 8 points, and now Lloyd with some defense to offense.
The house is rocking here after those last couple of plays. All over it, able to cause a little disruption on the defense.
And then the Khan takes one right back. Quick hands, and then the layup good. Little Khan getting her 4th start of the year, and she's got 13 points.
I mean, she is only a rookie, folks. She has got a lot of talent, bright future ahead here at the Sun. 3rd youngest player in the WNBA.
Yeah, part of the French Olympic team, we talked about that earlier, brings a little different level of experience, though, coming in.
Yeah, and she was drafted last year for the Sun, but didn't play during that Olympic year.
Yeah. Lloyd takes it away. 5.5 left in the ball game. Gustafson, I think Rivers got a piece of it. Asia runs right in, and Tina Charles commits the personal. So 18 rebounds for Asia. That ties a season high for her.
And look at the point guard.
First free throw good for Wilson. Chelsea Gray with 5 assists. 27 points for Asia. They did not give her a rebound on that second chance effort, which would have been the season tire of 18.
Sometimes they correct that at the end when we see it, but not their stats right here.
We care.
Yeah, we do care.
Asia wouldn't care.
Especially if she can break her career high on rebounds in this game, because I feel like she's going to get a couple more in 5 minutes.
Tina Charles thought about it, pulls up, needs some help, and now Edwards inside. Gray trying to stick with her, and the foul's going to go against her. 13 foul on the Aces. I mean, Connecticut could be in the bonus pretty early, and they've only taken 2 total free throws this entire game compared to 21 for Becky Hammond's team.
It's hard to believe as physical as it's been, but they've been pulling up for some really great middies or these threes like Marina Mabry right there.
She has such a quick release. In talking with Becky Hammond prior to the game, she said, I love her game. Marina Mabry, she said she's just tenacious, and she's really a big piece to what Connecticut needed to get back. Let's bring Marky Freeman back in. What do you have for us, Marky?
Yeah, this is a different team and arguably much, much better now with Mabry in the lineup. As you know, she wasn't in the lineup when these two teams matched up the first 2 times. So she brings scoring depth, defensive grit, and also three-point efficiency. And not to mention just that tenacity that she plays with every single night, which brings a sudden front court boost and could cause some problems for the Aces late in this 4th quarter.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Marky. Yeah, it does. Imagine them not having her, and they didn't have her for a big chunk of the games before and after All-Star break, but they finally got her back.
And that's a lot of leadership as well out there. And I was going to say feistiness, because she can mix it up and start talking if she needs to. But really one of those leaders who is so competitive and wants to win.
Yeah, I love her game. It's good to see her back. Jackie Young loses the defender and gets that one to go. 21 for Jackie.
If you're an aspiring WNBA player out there, or college player, you got to watch Jackie Young, how patient she is reading the defense.
Rivers, wow, she's so smooth. Dribbles in, then sees Asia Wilson, and then on the inbound pass, LeCon's there for the interception. The rookies not shying away. That's a good group.
Absolutely, they have something to prove as well, and there's Edwards.
Baseline jumper no good, 3.5 left in the game. Again, the Aces will face New York next before heading to Phoenix and then Dallas. There's no easy ones left. It's playoff time, basically.
Absolutely not. Every game you've got to show up for 4 quarters.
Evans, step up, lost the D, squares up and gets it. Dana Evans off the bench. She's in double figures now with 10. But LeCon all by herself, left side. Oh, had a good look around and no good. Chelsea Gray still trying to push. Flicks it out all the way around. Lloyd, oh, that one was down and then came back out. The extra passing is a good thing for the Aces.
Feels like a pickup game out here right now.
Lloyd batted it out. They get it back in, and there's Rivers. Wow, what has she not done in this game?
Hey, well, one of the things I listened to was the Connecticut Sun YouTube, and she said she was fanning out the first time she got to play the Aces because she loved Chelsea Gray. So this is why she's had such good games against the Aces. She grew up watching them.
Yeah, 2-time All-American honorable mention out of NC State as Wilson in the interior gets it to go.
Not to mention that North Carolina connection there, too, with Chelsea.
Yeah. Yep, you got that right. We'll take the
burning it up on the hustle plays and everything they've been able to do.
Well, they haven't been 100% healthy. They had a lot of change, even though a lot of people didn't believe that they had had much change. It felt like they had the same group, but very different group, different coaching staff, different, just a lot of different. That's the only word to come up with.
I'd like that. I mean, and then you had the addition of Nalissa Smith, and then Jewel Lloyd was the beginning of the season. How is she going to fit in? And wow, has she been able to find her groove from coming in off the bench and just being able to be a spark, but still play with the regular rotation here.
Yeah, after 25 starts for Lloyd, coming off the bench now. And I love Connecticut's hustle, though, and the effort. Not giving up on this game. I mean, this is a team that's coming off of their loss at Los Angeles.
One of their best offensive outputs of the entire season. They had 4 season highs as a team. They had 13 three-pointers made, and we've been able to see that, even how they're able to shoot. They're building chemistry with this young team and finding their rotations as well.
And again, there's Mabry not allowing an easy inbound pass.
Well, they're going to fight until the very end. 2 seconds left on that shot.
Yep. Aces have to recognize, and Becky Hammond desperately trying to call the timeout as well. See who they draw this inbound for with 2 on the clock.
A lob.
I like that play. Chelsea Gray, it was kind of a back-up screen for the screener play.
I love that. That's catch and release at its finest right there in hoops.
32 points, 19 rebounds as Mabry, nothing but net, gets another 3 ball. That's her 5th of the game. She had 5 in the last game.
She is just on one. I mean, wow. Talk about catch and release. She needs no time on that ball.
No, she does not waste any time. Khan and Jackie help D coming over. Shot clock down to 4. Gray got to recognize it, and Bria Hartley with a takeaway and a big defensive stop there by Connecticut. Smith will take a seat. Dana Evans comes back on. After this one, we're under a minute left in the game. Becky Hammond talked about, even though there's only 5 wins for Connecticut, you have to treat them like every other team. She said, really, it's about us. It's not as much about the opponents as it is about what we do. As Rivers gets the shot from the corner, and that is rebound number 20 for Asia Wilson. 32 points, 20 rebounds.
And the bench celebrated her right there, huge on that one.
Oh, and 20 rebounds, that is a career high. It ties what she did at Seattle back on July 10th. Really something. Extra pass, shot clock to 2. Jackie not going to get the shot off because Rivers and that wingspan was right there on her.
And you just talked about that real brief about Connecticut Sun. Look at how hard they play, but you got to give
Asia Wilson. We're trying to dig deep to figure out, has anybody else ever done it?
I mean, that's just doing it all. That's being involved in every single play on the court.
This one is winding down, and this crowd